these last 2 weeks?
David, Jesus.
D, not David. Daniel, yes. Can anyone tell me about Daniel? He did eat vegetables.
Yeah.
Vegetables and water for 10 days. Right? What did we learn about that?
It's good for you.
Yes, it is good for
It
you.
made him healthier and stronger than all the other boys who drank wine and ate
Yes.
bad things.
Yes, and they actually looked healthier. Hello. That is what we learned about Daniel. Last week, Travis talked about character. Can someone tell me what character means?
Characters who are kind of
Do it.
What do you do when nobody's looking?
Okay. Yeah, do what? Stay up here.
Your actions. What actions you do when nobody's looking?
Yes. Your actions are words you speak when no one is looking. They're all wrapped into one. Isn't that fun?
They're all the same thing.
Mind blowing. Well, tonight we're going to talk about authority. Authority in Daniel's life and how he submitted himself ultimately to the authority of God and not just to the ruler of his day. So Daniel is originally from Judah. Phyllis, if you can put up that map, that'd be awesome, Josh. So he's originally from Judah, over here where it says Jerusalem. And so that's where his homeland is. And when he's about 15 years old, Babylon comes over to Judah and exiles them over to Babylon in 3 waves. And Daniel's a part of that first wave because he is nobility and being raised up to be a leader of his next generation. And so Nebuchadnezzar wants to take those people and train them up in Babylonian culture so that when he's going to bring over the rest of Judah, their leaders will have fully transformed over to a new culture, a new language, and new gods. And that they would just follow suit behind him, okay? But when Daniel and his 3 friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, their names get changed to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, when they get over there and they get put into this King's Personal Service Training Program, that's when we see Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego spend 10 days just eating veggies and drinking water to prove that they could be healthier and stronger than the other guys who were eating meat, drinking wine, and all this other stuff. Because those were things that were being offered them were things that were against the Jewish law. And they wanted to keep the law of the Lord because they wanted to continue worshiping God, the one true God, not the gods of the Babylonians. And so they were allowed to do that. And by doing that, they actually gained a lot of favor and became not only part of the King's Personal Service, but became the go-to guys when it came to anything concerning wisdom, visions, or dreams, which is way cool. That right there in the first chapter should have ended in their death, and they ended up getting honor out of it. Well, just in chapter 2, it says, in the 2nd year of King Nebuchadnezzar. So Daniel and his friends are exiled in 605 BC. In 606 BC, King Nebuchadnezzar has this crazy dream. And it's this dream of a statue. But this statue is made up of very specific, different metals. And he can't figure it out. And this dream just will not go away. And so he brings all of his magicians and conjurers and wise men to him. And he's like, tell me my dream. King Nebuchadnezzar doesn't even say his dream. He says, you tell me the dream I've been having, and you interpret it for me. And they're like, oh, King, give us some time, and we'll believe it. And he's like, he just gets frustrated with them very quickly. And he's like, you know what? You can't do it? All right, fine. I'm going to kill all of you. I'm just going to kill you all. All of the wise men in Babylon, dead. Just in 24 hours. You can't tell me what my dream was? You're all dying. And so here comes the king's commander to Daniel's door. Knock, knock. Hey, Dan. Gotta kill ya. King Neb said so. And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, Nebuchadnezzar, he said that nobody could tell him his dream and interpret it. So he made this rule that you have to all die. Daniel's like, okay, just been here a year. I'm not going to freak out about this. Let's figure out what's going on. My initial reaction would have been like, are you kidding me? And just run to the hills. Or gone and thrown a big fit. Right? Has anybody ever, like your parents or your coaches, like told you you have to do something? The example I have in my mind is when I played basketball, when my coach would be like, "You're gonna run suicides," I was like, "I hate you," right? Every single line. And I would throw a fit about it, and yet I'd still have to do it. But Daniel doesn't throw a fit about it. Instead, here's what, if you have your Bibles, you can turn to Daniel chapter 2, or you can go on your YouVersion app. Verse 12, starting there, chapter 2, verse 12. Because of this, not because nobody could tell Nebuchadnezzar his dream yet, the king became indignant and very furious and gave orders to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. So the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they looked for Daniel and his friends to kill them. Then Daniel replied with discretion and discernment to Arioch, the captain of the king's bodyguard, who had gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. Daniel said to Arioch, the king's commander, "For what reason is the decree from the king so urgent?" Then Arioch informed Daniel about the matter. So Daniel went in and requested of the king that he would give him time, in order that he might declare the interpretation to the king. Then Daniel went to his house and informed his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. You remember them now as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, so they're all still buddies, about the matter, so that they might request compassion from the God of heaven concerning this mystery, so that Daniel and his friends would not be destroyed with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. So a couple of ways we see Daniel handle this situation. Verse 14 says, Daniel replied. His response was discretion and discernment. He didn't fly off the handle. He took it calmly. And what he did is he took it calmly before the Lord. He inquired, what's the rush? Why kill me today? Why not give me a couple more days, right? And he takes it directly to the Lord. He asked the king, hey, will you give me some time? He's already proven himself once, right? He says, give me some time, and I'll see what I can do. And he goes and he just prays to the Lord. And it's not just him, it's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego that go before the Lord as well with him. Okay? And here's what we remember. Look at verse 19. Then the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel said, let the name of God be blessed forever, for wisdom and power belong to him. It is he who changes the times and the epochs. He removes kings and establishes kings. He gives wisdom to wise men and knowledge to men of understanding. So when Daniel goes immediately to prayer, Daniel's recognizing, he's fine, he won't distract me. Daniel's recognizing who really is in control, right? Daniel could have thrown a fit, been like, the world is over, my life is over. But Daniel recognizes, like, yes, this guy could kill me, but he's not the ultimate authority. I'm called to respect the authority. Daniel doesn't throw a fit. He goes to him with respect. Hey, can you give me a couple of days? Give me some time. But I will have a response for you. Because Daniel remembers that God is the one who rules time. And God is the one who establishes kings, and he's the one who removes kings. And we're going to see that. Daniel's going to live a long life. He's going to live longer than Nebuchadnezzar. He's going to watch Nebuchadnezzar go through some crazy stuff, have some more crazy visions and dreams, and also go through like a 7-year period of insanity while still being king. Like, insane things. And he's also going to watch Nebuchadnezzar die. And he's going to be around to watch a new king come into power. So even here, Daniel's like, God, you are the one who removes kings, and you are the one who establishes kings.